welcome everyone to Hula Voices presented by the Volcano Arts Center. And we'd just really like to say mahalo to all of you for being here on this night, on our first night. As a member of the Volcano Arts Center, and especially as one who is focused on hula and the hula arts, hula and its associated arts, I'm really honored to bring this conversation and this relationship forward. We would do this with or without anyone or a camera or anything. We just love talking about hula, hula, hula. But I thought that it would be great for the broader community to be able to learn something more about the background of the Kumu Hula, what their hula genealogy is. And so that when you see hula the next time, you're also a more educated person, more knowledgeable, and then you'll see little nuances and you'll catch little things and you go, oh, that must be from this halau or that halau. But without further ado, it's my honor to introduce a longtime friend, and just a darling, Kumu Moses Kaho'okele Crabbe. This is him. And Moses, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask him questions, and if you have questions, you can ask, but we'll let him start. And he is a Kumu of Hālau Hālau. He's from the Hālau Nakamale and has his own halau, Hālau Ola O Kalani.
E ora loa mai kalani ke kili hune ua I o lino lino ai kalau ka ie hoa pili pa ia o ke kumu ohi a e puana ka lehua anolu nolu iho lu akulata hua o ta maile I ta malu o ia wao apu ia ka maluhi o kau kau lube huli ia ka pua kuma kani o ke aali ila ahana ia apono haua polole Kaleino ia e alawai ka ehu o ke kaie O kaleino ia e alawai ka ehu o ke kaie ai ke alawai e ola.
Welcome. Mahalo for that beautiful oli, and it made me realize that I forgot my makana in the car, so I have to give you later instead of right now, as I would have. Please explain to them what you just did.
This is my personal oli, and when I graduated in 1995 as a Kumu Hula in traditional what we call graduation ceremonies or ūniki. Can you say that word ūniki?
Ūniki.
When we have ūniki hula, my teacher as well as his teacher as well as his teacher's teachers had taught them that you need to have a personal oli and not something handed down for you for traditional. We learn all of the traditional oli, but on special occasions and on most hula performances that I opened up with my halau, I'm saying that the genealogy of the hula that I come from stems from a woman who is my teacher's teacher. Her name is Maiki Ayule, and the very first words of the line, He ora loa mai kalani, is Auntie Maiki's kauna name. And so I take the forest and I say from the heavens above all the way to her Ie plant, which is her symbol, that nourishes the land from above. The Kumu Lehua, or the Ohia Lehua tree, is my teacher's symbol. And this is the tree of Hula that is very close to the I'e. If you know what the symbol of the screw pine is, it circulates around and lives near the lehua tree. And when we graduated, our symbol was the a'ali'i, and the a'ali'i grows out in the Ka'u forest area, and this is the symbol of Hula that was given to my class. We were the first graduating class of Hālau Ola O Kalani by my teacher, Robert Cazimero. And so this is my Hula brothers, Michael Kasupang, Carl Vito Baker, Manu Aikuhana Boyd, myself in the middle, and my teacher Robert at my younger Hula brothers, ūniki Hula, when they graduated from Hula in Mokulai. So when we become Kumu Hula, we have our own personal Hula oli that we compose and we write about, and so that's my my introduction that I present. And very quickly, so you have an idea of where I come from. My genealogy of Hula stems back 4 generations, as far as I know. And so, let me just introduce to you the mother of Hula, who taught my teacher, and her name is Maiki Ayulei. And Auntie Maiki was a mover and shaker in the Hula and the mother of our Hawaiian Renaissance in Honolulu, and made relationship with my teacher, Robert Cazimero, who was also starting to begin his musical career as an entertainer with the Sunday Manoa. And it was in the late 60s and early 70s that Auntie Maiki took my teacher, Robert Cazimero, under her wing, and the name of her Hālau Hula O Maiki, and trained him for a number of years before he finally graduated in her very first class of Kumu Hula. And shortly after he graduated, Robert started his own Hālau. Only of men was Auntie Maiki's wish for him.
First time, yeah?
Yeah.
That was the first male only hula Hālau.
Only male Hālau.
Yeah, it was exciting.
And then he was joined later by another teacher from the second class of Auntie Maiki, Wayne Ke'ahi Chang. And they were ko-kumu hula for about 5 years until Wayne broke away from Robert and went on to learn under Auntie Kau'i Zulameister, and Robert took the Hālau forward to what it is today. So out of the 3 of them, I want to introduce you to one more, Kumu Hula, who was very pivotal in our lives as hula dancers when we were young, and that was Lena Alakalama Haini. And she was a graduate of the first class also. They were our sister Hālau. So Napua Leo Likulehua were just women, and our Hālau Nakamale, were just men. Hālau Nakamale.
Yes. And just to put it a little bit in context of the Hawaiian cultural renaissance, this branch of the Renaissance of hula was an integral part of the cultural renaissance. It was the first time that hula teachers were graduated in that way.
Yes.
And it really was an exciting time because the Hawaiian identity was really starting to blossom more so and move forward. So when hula practitioners think about that first class and Auntie Maiki, they know that without her, we wouldn't have the kind of structure that we have in hula today without her and without that first class. So.
That's right. And so Auntie Mikey not only graduated in 1972, the Papalehua class, each of the classes have a name. She also graduated a second class shortly thereafter of teachers, of which Wayne Chang, Mapuana de Silva, Vicky Holt Takamini come from the Papa Ilima class. And then after that, there were subsequent classes. And what Auntie, I recall Auntie saying to Robert and Wayne is that even though you're graduating as a Kumu Hula, the life of a teacher and the life of a hula dancer extends not only from dancing and learning your dances, but into lei making and how to make lei, into costuming and how to design costumes, in making dye and using dye as a form of printing your outfits, and into language and music and chanting. So even though you're graduated as a Kumu Hula, you may not have a halau and students, but you have all of these other connected resources and background in how to use these other parts of the culture into your hula, into your halau.
So how old were you when you first started dancing, and tell us a little bit about that.
Let me preclude that first experience with my teacher Robert by saying at the Kamehameha Schools, I was taught by Auntie Nona Beamer, Corinthia Harbottle music, and Mrs. Mahela Rosehill language at the elementary. And Auntie Nona would come down and she would teach us the Beamer Mana'o about Hawaiian Kalani no keino, Hawaiian Kalani no keino, Lapaku kawahine a upele. And so she would pass on little chants and mele from her family as she learned it. When I got to high school, I was in the band, and as part of the band, we continued dancing with Auntie Nona until Robert finally graduated on the outside in the secular community and came to Kamehameha to work. So one of those afternoons after campus closed and I had other activities to do on into the night at the Kamehameha Schools campus. I met up with Robert in the hallway in the spring of 1976, and he actually asked me what I was doing on campus so late, and I told him that I had another meeting. I was only 16 years old, and he said, Moses, I know that you've been the school chanter for all of the Hawaiian activities that they have here at Kamehameha, but if you ever want to learn hula, now that when I think about it, it's a very meant to be auspicious occasion, because you just don't forget about little things like that when you get to be a Kumu Hula and now graduate and have your own. How you first came to hula, I saw my Kumu in the hallway one day, and he said, if you ever want to learn hula, please come to my classes and I'll teach you. And that's very personal.
He doesn't ask everybody.
Yeah, he doesn't ask.
He does not ask everybody.
Yeah, my teacher is he's very selective, and people want to join our halau, but he has standards in his halau that, first of all, I think he saw in us, in my younger hula brothers, and my older hula brothers and myself, a look, a Hawaiian look that he wanted to carry, and a passion that men can dance. And it's not only for women. At that time, women halau and women dancers were big, but to see the men dance it was quite an honor to be dancing with him in an all-male halau at that time. What we're talking about is in the Renaissance period.
They were rock stars, really.
The 70s, And it's not to mention, at the same time that we were growing and flourishing in Hula as the only men halau, Darrell Lupenui also started his own men's halau, and that was Waimapuna. And then shortly after Waimapuna started, he joined forces with Thaddeus and O'Brien, and they collaboratively were working together until such time that Darrell and Thaddeus and O'Brien separated, much like how Robert and Wayne separated to start their own, and they became Nawai'eha Opuna, another award-winning halau. And at the same time that Halau Nakamale, Waimapuna, and Nawai'eha Opuna were all resurrecting the art of Mea Hula, Hula Kane, John Kaimikawa was also starting his own men's halau with Hālau Ola O Kalani.
What years was that? In the 70s?
Yeah, so we're talking about 1978, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, about that time. And so we, in 1976, at the, I want to say, just right at the very beginning, or right in the middle maybe, of the excitement of all the Renaissance that was going on, all of the cultural programs, Aloha Week, anything Ho'olaulea down in Waikiki. The Merry Monarch was here in Hilo, and Uncle George Holokai had encouraged, Uncle George Naope had encouraged many halau to come to the Merry Monarch and enter, and that's how Robert and Wayne came in 1976 and won the men's division for the first time. Then after that, Waimapuna, Nawai'eha all followed.
Fierce competition. But speaking of, at the 50th Merry Monarch Festival, 50th year, tell us about that. That was special for your halau.
So I had moved from Honolulu after my ūniki back here to the Big Island. So I had residency here on the Big Island, doing my work at Kamehameha Schools, teaching her daughter and a host of other beloved students at the Kamehameha Schools, including her son, and trying to make my way through running my own halau and as well as working full time. Long story short, I was the point man here on the Big Island for many of the previous hula competitions that our halau was entering, to pick the lehua, give it to my hula brothers and hula sisters. So I was more of a point of contact here, a resource here for my hula brothers and my hula sisters. It didn't change in the 50th anniversary. I did the same thing for my hula brothers when we celebrated the 50th year anniversary, and
You competed.
We didn't compete so much as we showcased what we were performing as. So there are when you come to a halau such as ours, there's a set of numbers, both kahiko and awana, that you need to know. You just need to know them because that's part of our repertoire. So everything from traditional chanting, from kaulilua ikianu o vai ale ale, au aia, and ako'olawau are mainstay numbers that we have as hula kahiko numbers. And then there's hula numbers that are awana, signature numbers such as pualilehua, such as Ya'oekala Elohine, such as Teve Teve, that are numbers that we need to do. But by 4 or 5 years ago, the 50th anniversary, our halau has changed and grown over the years. And because I'm on the Big Island, I had to come to meet and greet younger hula brothers that I have not worked with. I'm from the older generation in our halau, but you have to just kind of be able to love them, and my kumu needs to do what he needs to do in the hula and embrace them and work with them in making the presentation of our 50th anniversary program a success. So learning to work with new hula brothers, learning new hula brothers' names, learning to know where everybody's position is, because when you work so long in the halau and then you're out of it for a while and then you need to come back and you need to gain your status back into the line. It's getting to know who fits where and where everybody looks best, so that when we put our halau forth for the program, we all look good no matter where we're standing and no matter where we're dancing. So that kind of idea of choreography and understanding that the teacher is really still the teacher, and wherever he tells you to stand, or wherever he tells you to go on the stage, he's the teacher that
Yes.
puts everything together.
A halau is not a democracy.
Yeah,
Not at all. I think it's autocratic. Yes, that's what they call it.
Yeah.
The kumu is like a deity, and in that kind of relationship, you just have to submit to it, and you learn a lot in that way. You don't ask a lot of questions. You listen. You learn really how to listen, and you follow. And you learn something about yourself in submitting to the whole process.
That's right.
So, so tell us a little bit about that.
The kumu, the word itself means the source, and with that title comes kuleana. Can you say kuleana? Kuleana. Kuleana is your responsibility as a teacher, both physically, emotionally, spiritually, and as a teacher and a student. I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say that I was one of the very few who were very close to my teacher as a teacher and a student, but also as a friend. He became my friend because I supported him in his relationship with his teacher, which many of my hula brothers did not have the opportunity to meet Auntie Mikey. And I knew Auntie Mikey because she knew my family, and that teacher, source, mana, responsibility, title is something that I'm kind of just embracing even right now as I go into my 6th year of teaching with my own halau over 3 classes, a women's class on Tuesday nights, a chanting class on Wednesday nights, and a teens/keiki class on Saturday mornings. That because of the teacher's love for his student, for the respect that we have, and each of my hula brothers in my my class, Vito, Mikey, Manu, myself, and our olapa is Keola Kamaheri, are set apart because, number 1, we're the first class. Number 2, we have a special relationship because we had given practically almost half of our life at that time to the halau and to teaching. And so when the teacher decides that he's going to graduate you and you're going to become on the same level as him, you're going to become just like him, you're going to embrace all of the things and all of the joys and all of the sadnesses of what it is to be a teacher. Loss of a hula brother due to some accident, loss of very good friends who surrounded us in the halau, as well as the joys of going to New York and dancing at Carnegie Hall and dancing for almost 30 years at the Waikiki Shell as a dancer with the Brothers Cazimero May Day, Lay Day concert. So all of those hopes and dreams of the teacher for the student become reality for us, and we hold them now in our heart as memories. But to have that relationship, I think, and that bond, that no matter where we go, I was just telling Des on the way up, I am so happy, and I'm counting every single day that I get to breathe now that my teacher, Robert Cazimero, is still alive. I can text him at 554-9 whenever I want to, and tell him I need some advice on this. He'll respond right away. But he needs to grow as his own teacher. He's 10 years older than me. So I'm 58, he's 68. He just lost his brother, Roland Cazimero, to some illnesses. But relationship with your teacher and his relationship with me, I think, can never be broken. We just are in different professional hula mode space right now. We're just in different spaces. He needs to do what he needs to do on Oahu, and all of the teaching that I've learned from him, as well as Hālau Nakamale, as well as Wayne Chang and all my other hula brothers, they're right here in my heart. But I have to move on as a teacher so that I can go.
Yeah. So, speaking of that, your hula halau in Hilo, what are your hopes and dreams, or for your hula halau? What are some of your challenges and your joys?
So funny, you just were on the same page as my students, that they wanted to know exactly what you just asked. And I said, we are in learning basic hula, and once you get your feet and your hands down, then you are to learn the dances, and then we can talk about any kind of shows, going out, participating in the Paka'o'ea performances. We've only been here for 2 years. So, on August 10th, 2017, all I'm going to say is that I'm 58 years old. I'm running 3 classes in the halau. I come from an all-male halau, so anything women, I have to defer to the ladies, kind of like, can you think of something? I'm gonna call you probably to help me with some costuming on women, or what looks good on women, because I don't know really what those little hula fashions, yeah. I know what a male hula dancer looks like: black pants, white shirt, aloha shirt, nice pair of slacks, a belt. Make sure you got a belt when you're dancing. And a nice aloha shirt, and some yellow plumeria lace would look nice, as well as black kukui nuts. I know what a male hula dancer looks like, both in kahiko and awana. I know what that looks like. For women and for children, aloha wear fits, and anything that the easiest way I can get around it is make it as easy and simple as possible for Kumu. I have a set repertoire that I pretty much taught my children. That's for the children's class. The chanters class, I've pretty much taught basic chanting. With Ipu, we have not been able to do any kind of drum work. The women's class, so when I was growing up as a student, I would choreograph dances, and I would show them to Robert, and he would say, "That's really nice." That's when the spirit was on me. Yeah, the spirit was on me. He said, keep on going. So for women, I know that awana is a forte of mine. I can choreograph women dances pretty
yes,
good.
Really good.
Really, really good. The kahiko, I haven't explored that yet for teaching women. Kahiko, I haven't. So I just do traditional and stick to classics. Nele, ayala opele. That repertoire that we have from our halau. The vision for our halau is to embrace hula, because God's love of all the things that we do, and all the things that we practice, and all the things that we come out into the community are all based on aloha. From the opening speech and the opening chant of our programs, until the dances that we have, from the time we're backstage saying a prayer until the very end of the program. We don't leave our programs until we have a beginning prayer and a closing prayer. And that's very Hawaiian and tradition. Once you open up something as special as our hula performances, you always have to close and ask for protection when you leave. So all of the protocols that I've learned in hula, for those who have had experience or not, this is the way our halau runs it. And then also for any kind of longevity, I think that when you put yourself into a space as the Paka'o'ea, which is once a month here at the Volcano, we can do that. We can do that type of program. And all it is a matter of me thinking and putting it before our Creator and all of my hula ohana who have passed on, and just think about what you'd like to do or what your message would like to be for that show. And then later on, we'll think about having either concerts or things that would be more in a more formal setting, like Hālau Kekui has had with Holomai Pele, like Auntie Mikey's shows that she used to have at the NBC Arena, or any kind of big. But for right now, our hula family is small. We only have about 20, 25 dancers who come in and out of hula because of their own lives that we have. But we're building right now as we talk and putting ads in the paper so that we can grow.
Oh, nice. So what does it mean to you or for you to dance in this sacred space here at Ka'auea?
I would not trade this this space or this this is my element right here. This is what I live for. This is how I graduated out in the open. So it's because of our family here at the Volcano Arts Gallery that opens up their home to me every third Friday of the month, that Des has allowed me to teach my hula kahiko. When we work here at Ka'auea, or when we have halau ūniki in our lineage of hula, as our halau has had, Napuleo Likolehua, Mapuana Di Silva has several ūniki. All of the ūniki are all set outside, either at a pa or someplace very special where that's where we're going to dance. Envision this: the morning sun coming up, very important time of your ūniki. The signs in the morning sky tell you who's going to be designated and graduated as a dancer or a ho'opa'a or a kumuhula, or all three one time. All the drums are set, all the kilu are set on mats on the outside. There are signs of gentle rain, an eel that flies over, waves that crash on the ground, kukui trees that flutter in the wind, gentle breezes that blow, the way the pig is taken out of the imu for your ūniki or for your ailola ceremony. For this past presentation, there was an unbelievable sign of gentle breeze and misty rain that fell on us as the dancers shortly after our program began. And I embrace that as a sign of Auntie Mikey and all of our hula family who have passed on had come to see us for the first time.
Nice.
But little did I know that the next night Roland would pass away. So it was a transitional period for me, for them to let me know and our halau, but I haven't really shared that with all of them in the halau. But I did let the senior dancers know that this was a very special show, this was a very special time, because when you come here to Kilauea and to Ka'auea, and even when we have our simple classes out on the lanai area, there is a breeze, or there is, just when I'm even speaking to them about an introduction to the hula, and it's omamalu, what we call not bright. It's just suddenly, as soon as we stand up and the sun just booms out, there's this spark of confirmation. Nice. that I'm speaking in a manner of giving honor to our hula lineage and our past, that they don't know, but I say, it's good that you're here. I don't know where you're from, but thank you for coming to join us, because it's like almost like an experience having a class with me, you know.
Yes.
And, you know, even my friends here, who I did their blessing for, Stephen and Anika, when I did their ceremony, I can only speak for myself, but as cultural practitioners, not only including Kumu Hula, but other cultural practitioners who perpetuate pikai and pule and other protocol in our culture, you know when you're on the right path, when you get the signs.
Yes.
When the signs are right and everybody's connected in heart, mind, soul, body, spirit, and in unity, you know when everything is flowing really, really nicely.
I want to ask you about that, but before we talk about that, let's see if there's any questions. Does anyone have a question for Kumu Kaho'okele?
Yes.
With the Renaissance you've spoken of in Hula, was that mostly happening in Honolulu?
No.
Good question.
It was, but I can only speak for Honolulu. I was living in Honolulu, so I saw it and I heard it and I felt it from a Honolulu vein. But Hālau Ola was doing their things here in the Big Island, and we didn't get to see them until we came to Mary Monarch or get to make
Johnny
Lamo was a big mover and shaker in Hula.
blazing trails.
Right, for his Hula that is was Hula, but it was so avant-garde. So anything that in music that was a different arrangement of what was traditional, or your Hula, which was not traditional, but just exploded with excitement, would be part of the Hula Renaissance throughout the state of Hawaii.
Yeah.
And I'm sure everybody had their own thing going. If I can just touch upon the Protect Kaho'olawe Ohana at the time of the return of Kaho'olawe and the voices of our people trying to acquiesce the land or to get back land that they felt was stolen from them was all part of the nourishment of our Hawaiian identity during the time of the Hawaiian Renaissance. So while there were cultural roots and arts, the visual arts they're blossoming, there was also political things that were going on in the community that tied all of us. Hokulea was doing its thing, and the revival of voyaging and canoe sailing. So there were many things.
And of course, language.
Language.
So, let me check. Does anyone else have a question they'd like to ask?
Good question.
Okay. Yeah. So, as you may or may not know, Kaho'okele also is often called upon to do a blessing or a dedication for a space. So I'd like to ask you to talk about that a little bit, the process and what you do and what your goals are in doing a blessing or a dedication.
So that part of my Hula genealogy and my Hula background stems from Hālau Nakamali and from Kamehameha Schools. At the same time that I was becoming a dancer, I had to learn this other side of the culture, which included chanting. And Robert's Hula sister, who was the lead person in their class, they call it Po'opua'a, her name was Ho'oulu Canberra. And she eventually became my chant teacher, one of my chant teachers, but she was the head chantress at the Kamehameha Schools High School Division. She was also working in extension education, and she helped me through the early years of learning how to chant, mostly Oli Oli, and just polishing me off and getting me to do the EE correct. Very, very fluid and getting the spirit, I think, of the meaning and the essence of your Oli. At the same time, I was called upon in my junior year by our kahu of the Kamehameha Schools, Reverend David Kaupu, who worked with Ho'olu to blend together Christian prayer and blessing as the Bible knew it, and as Kekua's side of the knowledge. With this other, if nobody learns the Oli and the Pule, how are we going to include that in our blessing? And who are we going to pass it down to? So I was the recipient of that one of the recipients of that information. And so that's where my piko, as far as blessings are concerned. After I started blessing canoes, which was my main job on campus, blessing canoes. So you had to know the canoe chant, and you had to know the prayer for the chant, and you had to know what kind of ho'okupu and what kind of leis were appropriate to put in the canoe. Then Kahu said we're going to do a land blessing. So we're going to bless land. And the very first land blessing that I partook with him, was a part of, was, Kamehameha Plaza.
Really?
Yeah. Before that was even built on Kapiolani Boulevard, before there was even a building there, but I didn't think anything of it. But when I think about it now, I was with Kahu right on the side, and this is what he wanted me to chant, and this is what he wanted me to do, and this is what he wanted me to do as the next generation. So I'll always forever be grateful to Reverend Kaupu for that. And then I got into college, and then I got into a religion class, and it was there at Honolulu Community College in probably 1978 or 1979 that I asked Kahu to please come down to my religion class, because people had a disconnect between old gods and Christianity. So I asked him to blend the spiritual work. I call it spiritual work now, because that's exactly what you have to do. You can't just go out and think you can do this, because you have to ask background of where do the people live? Was somebody living there before? Do you feel that there are other spirits there that are not maikai, that are not good? And so when you do land blessings or house blessings, the appropriate chant to use in my teaching and in my learning comes from Polynesian Family Systems of Ka'u, e okikapiko. E okikapiko o kahale, he hale tu ita ele ua ita ele au, is a traditional house blessing where if we were going to bless the Volcano Arts Gallery this evening, there would be a piko of foliage that you would pick from here that would, through prayer and through ho'okupu and through meditation, be chanted at the front and then cut at the piko and then taken to be discarded into the land. So there were canoe blessings, land blessings, house blessings, and home blessings, and depending upon where they are and what the needs of the people, they can either be informal without a piko and they just want a maile, but whatever you want. You don't want to go too deep, that's fine with me. The main thing is that the area or the hale is pikai, and so
what do you use? What are some of the things that you use?
I have my umeke bowl and my tea leaf. And people are telling me right now, no tea leaf, and I'm saying, I'm sorry, I don't know what else to use except tea leaf, because Kahu trained me in tea leaf. And then pa'akai, and I use salt. Pa'akai is Hawaiian salt, and that's my job as a practitioner of blessing a home, is to get the Hawaiian salt, and to, depending on how big your house is or your land, use more or less, but the salt is, mix it with the water, and of late I've been going down to Coconut Island and Moku Ola, because Moku Ola is your life-healing water. Moku Ola, it's a land where it's the island, or it's the place where life is given anew. So that's how I go and gather my water. I just don't gather water
You don't take it from the tap.
I take it for the bottle.
What does it mean to blow the poo? Because I know I've heard you blow the poo before you start doing a blessing or a dedication.
Yeah, so on many occasions I bring the poo here.
The big conch shell.
Yeah, it's the conch shell. And the traditional use of the poo is to announce the arrival of ali'i, or anyone who's very of important status, such as the Queen of New Zealand when she came here, Tomai's mother, Te Ariki. And so it's first of all and foremost, it's a signal or a you can hear it, that ali'i or someone very important is coming into your presence, so please stand still. It's also a way of gathering people together, setting the tone for graduations. And I mean that specifically because my cousin just told me that when her daughter graduated from the University of Oregon, my brother who lives up there, Michael, as well as my other brother, Kamana'o, as well as two other people from the DeSoto family, went up there and, they don't hear that at any kind of graduation, but it's also a sign of congratulatory sentiments to the person who is graduating into a new life. Lately, I've been using the poo as a way of calling down uhane and good spirits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that we'd like to have them come and sit with us for just an hour or so out under the lanai, and they come, and that's why I know it's just very special. Yeah, like again, you're working with Moses Crabbe, so when you look into my eyes and you feel me and you hear me and you talk story with me, but that's how I've been doing it for almost 20 years, 25 plus, and that relationship with the unseen is just as important as the seen.
Yes, I would like to comment on that. So I had asked Kaho'okele to come and do the blessing / dedication when we built a new house. And so he came very early. I was surprised. He was there very early. That's how he is. He's a prepared person. And I didn't even realize he was there, but he was outside doing the pikai, or the cleansing, with the salt and the water and the tea leaf at the 4 different points of our home, and saying words and engaging with the environment outside. And then just by chance, his Hula brother was there too. So he went throughout our property and picked different types of foliage. I always have a hard time with that word. Foliage. And he picked kukui leaves and ulu, the breadfruit leaves, and then some of the older, really pretty rust color parts from the ulu tree, and then also some hina that we had, and then we have a ton of puakenikeni trees, so he put some of that in. He put different things that we have, laua'e and tea leaf, put them all together and made a beautiful lei. And that's what he was talking about, the piko, which was so personal and intimate because it represented all of these things that are flourishing on our property. And then they tied it up and posted it above the doorway. Mm-hmm. And then with his words and his spirit, it just called everyone to come together on one heart and one mind and one spirit, and to focus on what it means to move forward in the ceremony. And it was really, really wonderful. I still get chicken skin thinking about it. And so mahalo for that, Kumu. That was just really...
Yeah, I do remember that morning.
Really wonderful. And he was peaking everybody with his... And it was wonderful. So I really want to mahalo you for that. And
Yeah.
does anyone have any questions? Anybody? I just want to check how we're on time.
We are 51 minutes in.
Wow. Okay.
If I can just talk about pikai for just a moment.
Please.
And the importance of the pikai is because I don't know where auntie's coming from, or uncle, or all of them when I come into ceremony, and actually you lay your spirit down at the foot of your home, at the dedication of your home, and you want to be as humble and clean as possible. So when people do not have a time to do a hi'uvai at the ocean, you bring the ocean to them, and that's a way of healing, like I did with Inika and Steve's family. That's a way of for their own cleanliness to come, so that the cleaner, the better, the nicer, the more together everybody. If you got one not so maikai person over here who's foul-mouthing in this corner, who's not understanding what's really going on or embracing, you want to put everybody at the same place at the same time.
So would you then really give them a lot of pikai? If that person, I mean, how would you handle that?
In pikai that I have done, yes, I would. You can tell when somebody, if you're
Needs
in
more,
that space,
yeah.
right, it just needs a little bit more cleanup, and that would mean from the top of his head to the tip of his toes. Now you gotta go in the back, and when I gotta go in the back of you, it's like, get out, you know? But I also have been to my own pikai personal story. I can't name one off the bat. Say for instance, Dr. Michael Chan, who has been with the Kamehameha Schools, carried the mantle for the children of Pauahi for many, many years. When I have to do a pikai for him, I just put a lot on top of him because I know the walk that he has walked and the burdens that he's had to carry on behalf of the school. And so I don't make no qualms about it.
You just pour.
I just pour out plenty of aloha on top of him. In that sense, it's giving him a lot of cleanliness so that he can move on. Because, you know, when people have been through a hurt or a not so good time in their life, and you haven't seen them, but you've done one wash with them already. You've done one, simple cleaning up because they've asked. But then when you see them a second time and you renew that friendship with them, and you know that we've both moved on, you just want to make sure that they know, that I know what you've gone through. And that's why we just...
That acknowledgement.
The acknowledgement of that aloha, and I hope you're doing well. Here's some more.
Here's some more. So,
can everyone say pikai? Pikai is the use of Hawaiian salt and water. Preferably you can get nice clean ocean water to put in with your salt, and you want to stir it around and mix it, and then you want to take away anything that is not good, and to cleanse and to refine and to purify and to make right the spirit of the person, or the spirit of the home, or the spirit of your area that you need to, I call it clean up.
mahalo so much for that. I remember going with him a couple years ago when he did a dedication, and he went from person to person of this community association and had them put their hands in the little bowl, and he would just kind of nod when it was okay for you to remove your hands. And there was this one fellow, his hands were in there for a long time. And Moses just kept going like, okay, not yet. No, just stay right there. Not yet. And I always remembered that. But thank you so much, because I never knew about how hi'uvai connects to pikai. And so any last thoughts you want to leave with our people.
This all has to come back to hula. So, like I said, when Auntie Mikey said to Robert, you're going to graduate as a kumu hula, but not necessarily you'll have a halau. I've been very blessed to have been able to pass on not only hula, but all these other associated arts and protocols that has to do with the hula that also I'm able to share with the community, not only in visual arts, but in spiritual arts and in ways that I thought would never, I would be able to do as only a kumu hula. So I feel blessed that way that I'm able to be a cultural practitioner of all the different associated arts of hula.
Yes. So mahalo nui, once again, Kumu Hula Moses Kaho'okele Crabbe.
Mahalo.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sure you don't have any questions or anything? Yes, go ahead.
You talked about you graduating. Is it like, how does that happen?
Okay, so in our genealogy of hula, I'm glad you asked. I'm so happy you asked. So in our genealogy of hula, so we have a genealogy. And so my teacher is Robert Cazimero and Wayne Chang and others, but it was him who formally graduated me. We're gonna go into a traditional ceremony, and what we're gonna do is, he's gonna pick a date. He's gonna call the elders together, Auntie Nana and Auntie May Klein. We're all gonna gather at this one special area for the weekend, and we're gonna be there from Friday afternoon all the way until Sunday night. And what we're gonna do there is we're gonna go through traditional rites or ceremonial passages that you need to graduate that have to have the signs, all the correct signs, to go through this last stage before you become a kumu hula. And that is mainly the receiving of your kihei. So we don't just wear kihei in our school we don't, for us to wear a kihei means you've attained the rank of being a kumu hula, short and simple. This protocol of graduating traditionally is called ūniki hula, and it was taught to Auntie Mikey from Auntie Lokalia Montgomery, who most formatively learned it from her teacher, Mary Kavena Pukui and Kiaka Kanahele. So I'm going to start with the very bottom of the genealogy and teach you the presents. So this is, it's very small. I'm sorry I didn't blow it up. Maybe on the next one I can. So this is Manu Boyd. Manu Boyd is probably my closest hula brother that I graduated with. He has his own halau, and the name of his halau is Hālau Ola O Kalani. This entered Mary Monarch. I'm the one in the background. I don't want Mary Monarch. You can have Mary Monarch. I don't do that.
But you do the.
I do the oli.
He does the oli that welcomes in and chants in the court and opens the evening.
Yeah, and so they've entered before, and he only has a women's halau. And my other hula brothers, his name is Vito Baker and Michael Castupang, and they have an award-winning halau, and the name of their halau is Uluwehiokalanionapuaikawekiu. So they've entered before. And then there's me in the middle. It says over here, Moses Crabbe, Hālau Ola O Kalani. I like being a kumu hula, just like being with friends and low-key and not too big, but having just enough students, and I get to do what I like to do. And you know, when it's time to meet and have hula and get ready for Paka'oia, that's when we meet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then, that's my generation. My teacher's generation is Robert Uluwehiokalanionapuaikawekiu Cazimero, who is the kumu hula of my brother Hālau, the Hālau that I graduated from in Honolulu, called Hālau Nakamalei. Can you say Hālau Nakamalei? Hālau Nakamalei. Okay. he graduated from his halau under Kumu Hula and Timaiki Ayu Lake from Hālau Hula O Maiki. Can you say Hālau Hula O Maiki? Okay, so that's 1, 2. Here's the third generation back. And Auntie Mikey graduated from Lokalia Montgomery. Can you say Lokalia Montgomery?
Lokalia Montgomery
And Kavena Pukui.
and Kavena Pukui.
Where have we heard that name before? Kavena Pukui. The dictionary and many other resources of literature and scholarly work that helped us understand who we are as a Nana Iki Kumu and many other legends and scholastic work that she passed on to this generation. Okay. They got their genealogy from Keaka Kanahele. Can you say Keaka Kanahele?
Keaka Kanahele.
Keaka Kanahele got her knowledge and traditions in hula from Keahi Luahine. Can you say Keahi Luahine?
Keahi Luahine.
And Kapua,
Kapua.
as well as Joseph Ilala Ole. Can you say Ilala Ole?
Hālau Ola.
So, I cannot speak for any other halau or how they've journeyed on their hula life. But all I can do is speak from mine, that we come from a set of kupuna that has been passed on, 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 until finally I can stand before you folks and say, I didn't just wake up one day and just decide I wanted to do this, because some people have, and there's different ways of attaining knowledge, and that Olelo no eo is aohe pauka ike I ka halau ho'okai. Yeah, you just don't learn all knowledge. It's not all just learned in one school. You have to be able, as a Kumu Hula, to stand up and say, that was just beautiful. Where did you learn that from? I choreographed it myself, but it's beautiful. Sometimes you have to look at talent like Johnny and just say, you got to give it to the man. He's got some divine knowledge that has to be
ancestral knowledge that's channeling.
Yeah, that has to bring all this creativity to him, and you have to honor his style of hula and be embraceful of other people's style of hula, what they carry, what chants they have, and you know, we're at a point where we're all trying to do the best we can to preserve and perpetuate what we have, but also at the same time, I'm trying to share as much as we can. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
It's a.
But it's like the graduation, you have to.
Yes, exactly.
Ancestors, they're all there.
Yes, exactly. And for our genealogy, it's not a buy a ticket, come and see.
Yeah.
It's very personal, and I could only invite 7 people from my family to come to witness my graduation.
It's got a lot more than 7.
Yeah.
It's a large family.
Yes, so it's a very personal and private ceremony that we engage in.
And it's not secret, it's sacred.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the difference. So anyway, I guess we'll close with that. Mahalo to our executive director, Mike. Thank you so much. And to Emily, who's our gallery manager. And also the other Emily. Oh, there you are. There's Emily, who works so hard. And I'm sorry, I don't know your name. Susan. And of course, Jessie. So thank you to everyone for working together to make this happen. It's, I've always wanted to do this, and I'm so happy to have you here, and so happy that all of you could be here with us tonight. So looks like we'll have another one next month on September 7th. And so hope to see you then, and also I'm sure it'll be on the website and whatnot. But mahalo nui, thank you very, very much for being here. Aloha.
Yes, thanks.
Aloha.
Thank you all. Aloha.
Join our ohana as a member, patron, or volunteer. Visit our website at volcanoartcenter.org.